You have to come out and say it sometimes. You have to admit what's happening. And I'm in a funk. I'm in a bit of a place. You go through phases, you know? Sometimes it's all good. Most of the time it's all good. And then things happen and you're like, oh, shit. You're fucked. Right now, I'm feeling that. You kind of feel like you're taking that step forward in a lot of cases, in a lot of different aspects of your life, and then the rug gets pulled out. Oh, I'm 3 steps back. That's quite far. Why did that happen? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem fair. But then, that's life. You can't change it. I wish you could. I wish you could, especially when you've put the effort in, you've put the time in, you're trying to make active change, and then it just kind of doesn't work. That's the most annoying. That really is the most annoying. It's like when I started exercising, and then I hurt myself. Oh, you put the effort in. In fact, you put too much effort in. And you injured yourself. And then from there, a lot of other things happened, which were good. And then we ended up getting a dog, which was great. It's great. But then I ended up brucking up my foot. And now it's hard to just play, let alone walk. Like, that's bad enough. Walking is coming back to me. It was hopping for like literally 2 weeks. I was straight up hopping. I was called Pogo because I was hopping about the place all over. Up the stairs, down the stairs. Probably not safe hopping up and down the stairs. I wouldn't advise it. But because I injured my arms, I couldn't tricep dip my way up the stairs after the first few days. Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? The blocked videos as well. It really does annoy you. It really, really does grate against you. And I know, I'm not unique in kind of feeling like this at this moment in time. People have felt like it throughout the last year, and this is kind of my phase of right now. I mean, the world is kind of getting back to normal, but in the back of my mind, from the stuff I've read, from the people I've talked to, some of them doctors, etc., etc., there's a chance that this thing comes back even worse in the winter, and I don't want to even think about that being an option. But unfortunately, it has to be there as an option, and no one wants that. And that is something I can't control. No one else can control. It's just the way of the world. So, yeah, it's just how it is. And because of that, I feel like all those things have put me in this place right now where I am just spent. And the aim of doing this is to just say it all. Get it all out there. Say everything that you want to say. As much of it as you want. Just to kick yourself in the arse. Big up in the arsehole and say, you little bitch. You little bitch. There's a line. And the line is, it could be a lot worse. This is the way I generally live my life. And this is the way I'm generally happy with what's happening. And what happens around me. Because you have to look at it like that. It could be a lot worse. And I feel that line is something I really hold to in most cases. And even when things go bad, I really stick to it. But I think I lost sight of that over the last week. And you could probably tell there were 2 videos I posted that were no-face videos. Just blank screens, essentially. One of them was valid. The other one, not so much. But, yeah. I think sometimes you need to just, as I'm doing now, talk to yourself. Let it out, and maybe, just maybe, it might help you get to a point where you say, fuck off to yourself and to your own mental state and say, you can do better. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that because obviously the walking thing is not good, all right? The running thing is not going to happen. The exercise thing is struggling. But then you have to do your utmost, because as Master Yoda says, do or do not, there is no try. I was doing, not trying. And the doing led me to doing myself in and injuring myself. But get off the negative. Get off that. It's not going to help. You have to acknowledge it and move past it. All right, I've said it. I've got it out there. Hopefully, I'll get a good night's sleep. Because that's also something, you know, obviously, the sleeping is not a good thing for me. It's not a good thing. I'm not exactly the king of the sleep. I'm like the jester of the sleep. Sleep laughs at me. It really does. Last night I even got to bed early. Ended up being the worst night's sleep I've had in weeks and weeks and weeks. Got to bed at like 3 o'clock, 2:30, and I woke up like 4 times in the night. It's just how it goes. You can't have it all. You really can't have it all. It's the small things that you notice in your general demeanor that just aren't right. Small things like not listening to certain types of music. I'm just not listening to K-pop like at all. I haven't done for 2-3 weeks now properly, and it's odd. I haven't reacted to the Twice songs coming out because I don't want to hear it, even though I do want to hear it, and I know I want to hear it, and it'll probably put me in a better mood. I'm not even watching any funny content on YouTube. It's kind of just bland. Everything just seems boring. Everything just seems, ugh. Even my writing, there's been none of it happening. Nothing's been happening in my head. It's like a brick wall painted in brown is what I'm looking at on a daily basis. I don't know how to fix this one. I don't know. If I did, it would have already been fixed by now. Normally, these ruts only last a couple of days, maybe a day, maybe even less. But this one, there are so many compounding factors that this is just completely and utterly taken it out of me. I have so little to give today.